The world of AI is moving incredibly fast. And honestly, it's changing all the rules. So today, we're going to dig into Sam Altman's playbook, his core advice on how you can navigate, build, and, well, win in this brand new landscape.
Okay, let's just start with this quote because, wow, it really tells you everything. When the CEO of OpenAI says that going back to the last model feels so painful, you know we're not just talking about a small, incremental update. This is a massive leap, a whole new ballgame.
So here's our roadmap for this explainer. First, what does this new AI dawn even look like? Then, we'll get into a super practical playbook for anyone ambitious and young. After that, we're talking about how to build a business that actually lasts, what makes us humans special, and we'll wrap up with the massive opportunity in India. Let's get into it.
All right. First up, a new AI dawn. Look, if you want to know how to win, you've got to understand the tool that is literally rewriting the rules of the game. So what even is GPT-5? Forget all the technical specs for a second. Altman paints this picture that says it all. It's like having a whole team of PhD-level experts on speed dial, 24/7, ready to help with literally anything you need. It's not just a tool for finding information anymore. It's a tool for doing things.
And what does doing things really mean? Well, we're talking about the AI creating software just from you describing it, or drafting a heavy-duty research report, or even planning an entire event from start to finish. The real game changer here is the reliability. It can now handle these long, complex tasks without falling over. That's huge.
Okay, so this powerful new thing exists, which of course leads to the most important question, right? What are you supposed to do about it? Especially if you're young, you're ambitious, and you're just getting started. This is the exact question Altman was asked. And yeah, it was framed for a young professional in India, but trust me, the answer is for everyone. What should you study? What should you build? What career path should you take? This is really the heart of his playbook for the individual.
And his answer? It's surprisingly simple, but it's also incredibly profound. It really comes down to three things. Number one, get seriously good with these AI tools. I mean, become truly fluent. Number two, you have to be adaptable. The world is changing so fast, your ability to learn new things is going to be your superpower. And number three, some timeless advice.
Get really, really good at figuring out what people actually want. This is that famous line from Y Combinator, the startup accelerator Altman used to run. He says this is a skill you have to work at. It doesn't come naturally. But in a world full of powerful tools, knowing what people truly desire is more valuable than ever.
Okay, so you've got the skills for you as an individual, but how do you use them to build a company, something that actually lasts? Let's talk business strategy.
And right off the bat, here is a massive warning from Altman. Simply using AI does not give you a business. You can't just put an AI sticker on your company and think the laws of gravity, the laws of business, suddenly don't apply. That is the number one mistake people make with every new tech wave.
He explains this with a fantastic analogy from the early iPhone App Store days. You've basically got two paths. You could build a thin wrapper like one of those early flashlight apps. Sure, it's useful for a little while, but eventually Apple just builds it into the operating system and your business disappears. Or you can build something like Uber, a real, durable business that just uses the platform as one piece of a much bigger, more complex puzzle.
So what's the takeaway here? If you're building an AI business, you have to turn that early tech advantage into something truly defensible. Your business needs to get better as the AI gets better. And, maybe most importantly, you have to build and own that relationship with your customer. That's your real defense.
And that brings us to what might be the most important piece of the puzzle. Understanding and leaning into the things that we humans can do that AI just can't. This is where your true long-term advantage is hiding.
I mean, think about it. In a world with super intelligent tools, what's left for us? What's our unique value add? What is that human X factor that becomes even more rare and even more valuable?
Well, Altman points to a few things. The ability to have a contrarian idea and actually be right about it. The ability to build a real human community. And maybe the simplest one, just being a real person. We're obsessed with other people, their stories, their journeys, their perspectives. That's just hardwired into us.
And this is just such a profound thought. As AI can generate basically infinite content, the value of being an authentic, real human being, it's only going to go up. Your unique story, your weird perspective, your journey, that's your competitive advantage. Here's another way to think about the difference. Thinking horizons. An OpenAI researcher put it this way. AI can now solve a math Olympiad problem, which might take a human expert, say, an hour and a half. But proving a brand new mathematical theorem? That can take 1,000 hours of deep, focused, independent work. AI just isn't there. Our ability to go deep for a long time is still uniquely human.
So finally, let's bring this all home and talk about the incredible opportunity that Altman sees for one country in particular, India, which has just jumped on this technology like nowhere else.
And just to put this into perspective, let's look at the sheer scale. India is already the #2 market for OpenAI in the entire world, and Altman thinks it could be #1 soon. This isn't just some niche tech thing, it is a full-on, society-wide embrace.
He said the energy and momentum he saw in India was incredible and totally unmatched anywhere in the world. There's this real excitement to use AI, not just to play catch-up, but to leapfrog and invent totally new things.
And this all points to one clear mission, one big challenge for India's entrepreneurs. It's time to go from being one of the biggest consumers of AI to being one of the biggest producers of world-changing products built with AI. The talent and the drive are already there.
And that really brings us to the end. Altman has laid out the playbook. AI has provided these unbelievably powerful tools. The only question left is the one he's asking all of us. What will you build?